I'm Rosalind and I'm the grower at Norwich Farm Share. So that means I do all the sort of day-to-day running on the farm, managing volunteers, doing the planning for the year and growing veg with the help of all the members and volunteers. So Farm Share is a community-supported agriculture scheme, which means that it's sharing the risks and rewards of farming. So it means that the community, it came through Transition Town Norwich, which is a kind of a network and movement towards low impact living and life after fossil fuels. Saturday was pretty cold, but most of the time I really love it, and there tends to be great people involved and doing something that is meaningful and important.
I really like meeting all the different people that come. So everyone's kind of similarly environmentally minded, and when you're working on the farm, so you're doing really repetitive tasks, you have great conversations. Your mind's kind of distracted, so you chat really deeply, and it's a really good space to engage with other people. It's such a good skill to have, to know how to grow your food. So if everything collapsed and we couldn't import, or then I would survive because I know how to grow food myself.
Well, every Wednesday between 10 and around 3, or a bit later in the summer, is a volunteer day. So people can come, there's lots of different tasks to do. So the last Saturday of every month is also a work day, community day, similar to Wednesday, but we tend to do bigger tasks like building doors or doing maintenance of things, or larger tasks. And then mainly during the summer, we do quite a few sort of open days. We go to events to publicise Farm Share. And actually last summer we had a big open day here, which was brilliant, and we had over 200 people, lots of stalls and talks and tours, and it was great, really good.
My name is Ruby, and this is only the third time I've come. As I was away in America wolfing on other organic farms for about 6 months, and I've just come back to Norwich, and I just really wanted to do something productive while I was looking for work. Well, I suppose, or encourage people to be aware of how much waste there is and how that could be feeding so many more people in the world.
Gloves now, that's lovely. We need just to get one. Get one and we'll put it in the ground, shall we? My name's Claire Gebbett, I live in Norwich. So I'd heard about Farm Share from advertising in Norwich, really, and then my mum forwarded me the email for the invite for the open day in the autumn. Living in the city, I haven't got land, around my home, and children need wide open space, don't they? And as you can see from how they're being here, they're doing a bit of work and then they're just going off and having a little walk on the field, contemplating nature, thinking about stuff, and I think that's really good for their reflective learning. And I just think it's quite a nice exercise as well to see, because I get a big share, and I'm finding that is enough for my family of 5 to keep us going through the week.
So I think it's nice that we all get to farm and then get the food that we've grown from the farms. My favourite part is doing the exercise and taking the vegetables home.
If it's a horrible day, then you get to wear wellies so you can jump in puddles. If it's a snowy day, you get to wear a giant coat and you can have a snowball fight. If it's raining, you get to bring an umbrella and you can hit people.
Oh, okay, all right.
My name's Thomas, and I do a lot of things really. So I do casual work at the moment, which is I'm just kind of covering while they're recruiting for a new grower, which we're just making compost at the moment, which you just tear up. We're just tearing cardboard to kind of help with the consistency of the compost. But I also order fruit in for the fruit shares, and manage the bicycle delivery, which happens every week for members who can't make it down to the hub.
Well, it's pretty green out here. I think everyone's quite interested in sustainability, and
That's uniting theme.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing that everyone that comes here feels quite strongly about, sustainability, sustainable living. And I always have been quite interested in that, but definitely more so since coming here and just hanging out with a bunch of hippies and just kind of talking about it a lot more.
The members have signed up in advance for the veg, and so when they come and collect it, they have either small, standard or large share, and they go and look at the board over there, which has the breakdown of the different veg, and so they kind of weigh out what they're allocated for.
I'm Nigel Waring, and I'm a trustee of FarmShare. I've been involved for 3 years, I guess, maybe 3.5 years. So I started just helping out where I could in terms of marketing, organisation. Well, for me, actually, I was made redundant from my job. I've been in 8 years, and that was quite hard. I think sort of suffered a bit of depression, and the whole thing about needing a purpose in life, and to be useful, but to be connected with other people, and to feel you're contributing something.
The main reason why I like to get my vegetables from Norwich FarmShare is because I'm concerned about the distance that our food travels from. I always just try to buy fruit and veg that are grown in Europe, and if I get my vegetables from here, I know they're grown in Norfolk and they haven't travelled hundreds and thousands of miles to get to my plate.
Every year Norwich FarmShare has an annual general meeting. We're partly required to do that legally, so we have to do things like elect or re-elect trustees for the organisation. But the other really important aspect is that it's an opportunity for any of our members, of which there are 90 odd, to come together and really think about how we can make FarmShare better, how we can involve members more, share plans for the next year for FarmShare, and really sort of think through how the whole operation works. All the soup is 2 different types of soup have been made from the vegetables that we've grown on the farm itself, and a number of our members actually prepared the soup last night with vegetables that were fresh from the farm.
I would like to see FarmShare go forth and multiply so that everybody has access to a community to grow food in and with, and for everybody to have access to good quality local food. And what I love about FarmShare is it's people doing it for themselves together. My favourite quote from the Transition Handbook is that if I wait for governments, it'll be too late. If I act alone, it will be too little. But if I act with other people, then it might just be enough.
Definitely going to come back?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
If you could give FarmShare so far a rating out of 10, what would you give it?
10,000. 100 out of 10.